So we are going to continue these topics regarding what is Tableau and what is the Tableau architecture and why we are using Tableau and what are the different products that are available in Tableau and these are the fundamental topics. What are dimensions and measures and what is the difference between OLTP and OLTP. So we are going to discuss about theoretical part of Tableau. So meanwhile, I will show you how we can connect to Tableau and how we can use some simple data. So let me connect to the file which I have created yesterday. So I have created a file which is sample session 1. So I'll just show you how it is. So in this basic data file, so I have created name and salary of the employee. So I can see the data of the names and the salary. And I want to know who is the person who has got the more salary and who is the person who has got the less salary. And I want to see the data in different visualizations. So by using this simple data, I'll show you how we can create different types of visualizations. So I'm just connecting to that same Excel file. The same data which we are seeing in the Excel will be imported to the Tableau. So the same data that you can see it here. So let's go into the sheet. So this is the welcome page. So where you can connect to the different databases. So here you can connect to the files, and here are the servers, list of servers that you can connect to. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Yeah. Let me know when it is visible to you. Is it visible? Okay. Yes, I'm recording this session. Yes. After this session, I will share the link. So I'll upload it in the YouTube and I'll share the link in the group. Okay, so yeah. So basically what I have done is, so I have just connected to the Tableau Excel file. So when I have opened, I will be able to see the welcome page like this. So this is the welcome page that you see. And these are the list of files that you can connect to. And these are the list of servers that you can connect to. And when you click on this more, so you should be able to see the list of all the servers that Tableau can connect to. So let's start with some basic Excel file. So basic Excel file is the data which I have created yesterday, where I'm showing the employee and employee salary. So I'll just click on Excel file and I'll just connect to the sample session 1. So these are the list of data that I can see. So I have connected to that particular Excel file and I'm able to see the same data. And now I'll take the same data into the rows. So when I keep this in the row shelf, I will be able to see the names of the employees row wise. If I keep this in the column shelf, I can see the names of the employees column wise. So that's the difference. So if you want to keep the fields or the names, if you want to keep in the column wise, you can use the column shelf. Or if you want to keep it in the row wise, you can keep it in the row shelf. So basically we have this as a list. So you should be keeping this particular data in row shelf. As we have a lot of names, so we should be keeping it in a row wise. So now let's take salary. Okay, so it's basically showing based on the alphabetical order. So whenever I'm taking it is just showing as the alphabetical order, but I want to see based on the highest salary and the lowest salary. So I can sort it. So if you click on this, so this is descending order where I can see in the decreasing order of the salary. So I can see who has got the first highest salary and the second highest, third highest. So all this we can find out. And we can also do an ascending order. So by just clicking on one button, you should be able to do ascending and descending orders. So this is a tabular form. So this is called as tabular form of data. Here we have done ascending or descending. And let me just show you what all graphs that you can create. So you can create, let's say, bar chart. Let's start with a bar chart. So this is alphabetical order. If I do a descending order based on the value of the sales, so I can see it based on the in a graphical representation. This is about bar chart. So with the simple data, we can create different varieties of charts. So now I'm going to create a different variety of chart. So you just need to click on that particular chart. So if I click on this bubble chart, so this is called packed bubbles. Depending on the employee's salary, the size of the circle will be there. If you see the size of the circle is more, that means his salary is more. So K has got the highest salary. And if you see C is having the more salary, so that's the circle size is more. Okay, so that's how I can identify the value of the sales. So this is called as bubble chart. So simple data can be represented in different ways. So I have just created tabular form of data where I have created ascending and descending order, and this is bar chart. And I want to see each and every employee in a different color. So if you control select this name column and put it in the color marks card. Okay, so each and every individual bar will be in different color. So you can highlight like this also. So if you want to select a employee, you can click on this and that employee will be highlighted. And if you want to see the salary on top of this bars, so just click on this label. So this T label. So this is called as show mark labels. So just click on that. So it will show you the employee salaries on top of the bars. In the same way, I want to show salary on top of the circles. Just control select this salary and put it in the label marks card. So I will explain you about all this marks cards, space shelf and column shelf in upcoming sessions. So I'm just briefing you what Tableau can do. So with these two columns, I have prepared 3 different charts, and I also can prepare a tree map. So this is a different way of visualizing the data. So earlier in bar chart, if you see the length of the bar decides is proportional to value of sales. And if you see the bubble chart, the size of circle is proportional to value of salary. And this is a tree map. So this is a very important chart in Tableau. So this represents the data in 3 different ways. So if you see in the bar chart, it is representing only based on the length of the bar. So this is called as bar chart. And if you see bubble chart, so bubble chart is only representing based on the size of the circle. But when you see tree map, so it will be representing with 3 different ways. So now let's see what are those 3 different ways. One is size, obviously, size of the rectangular box is proportional to value of salary. And one more thing is intensity of color. So if you see the value which 80,000 has the high intensity of color, and which has the lowest salary has the low intensity of color. The thickness of color is less compared to the highest value. So intensity of color is proportional to value of salary. And the other one is hierarchy, which is main in this tree map. Hierarchy, and you can say it as order. Okay, so the order will be, so whatever you see on the left top, so it will be arranging in a proper order. So left top to right bottom. Left top to right bottom. So left top, whatever you see, that will be the highest values. So here you see the highest values. And here you will be seeing the lowest values. So highest to lowest. So whenever you take any particular data, so it will arrange in this order. So this is quite different from other charts. So if you see in the bar chart, so the length of the bar, size of the circle, intensity of the color will be similar to other charts, but hierarchy is the only difference that tree map has. So that is why this tree map is very important. So that's how we can connect to a simple data. So now let's move on to our theoretical part of Tableau. So that's why we call Tableau as a self-service BI tool. Self-service BI tool. So self-service meaning, so anybody can connect to any type of data. So it's very simple to connect to data. So you just need to click on this connect button and you can select the data, and within few clicks you can create the data. So you can take name and salary, double click on that, and you can click on any particular chart and that particular visualization can be prepared. Let's say if I want to prepare a pie chart, within one click I can prepare that particular pie chart. So there is no need of coding knowledge for this. Yeah, within a few clicks I can prepare any kind of chart. So that is why we call Tableau as a self-service BI tool. So BI tool is nothing but business intelligence tool. So business intelligence is nothing but, so business will provide us the data. Provide us the data. So when I say providing the data, so let's say this is some kind of data that we have. So this is some business that is happening. So likewise, I can show you one more example. So sample superstore. So let me connect to sample superstore data. So this is a similar data which is there for customers. Let's say this particular customer, Darren Powers, has made a, so he bought one product in that particular superstore. And what is the sale amount of that particular customer? So that particular product costs around $16. So that is the information. So for each and every customer, how many products he purchased. So that list of products will be available, and all the customer names, details will be stored here. So that is the business that a sample superstore is doing. So they are maintaining the data. Based on that particular data, so we are adding intelligence to that data. So adding intelligence meaning you store the data, store that data in SQL or Oracle or any database. Okay, so after storing that particular data, so we'll connect to any kind of reporting tool. Any kind of reporting tool. So in reporting tool, Tableau is one of them. So there are other tools like in Microsoft, we have Power BI, and we also have ClickSense. And in IBM, we have Cognos. So these are the different types of reporting tools. So these are the types of different databases. So any business, they will maintain the data they need some database to keep the data in the storage, to store the data. They need databases. So intelligence is nothing but maintaining this data in Oracle or SQL and preparing the visualizations using any of this reporting tools. So to understand this particular, let's say this particular data has 10,000 rows. So it's very easy when we have like 14 records. So it's very easy to understand who has the highest salary and who has the lowest salary. But when you have 10,000 records, it is little bit tough. And when you have millions of records, you would be needing the help of this kind of tools. So that's why it is a combination of business and intelligence. So intelligence is nothing but making use of all these technologies is called as intelligence. So that is why we call uh, Tableau as a self-service BI tool. And Tableau is a French word which is derived from tableaux. So the meaning of tableaux is nothing but pictures. So that's why they named it as Tableau. So whatever we are representing, let's say if you see this particular information, so this is in text format. So this text format or this particular data, I'm transforming it to visualization. So it is very easy to remember. So let's say if I show this to any manager or any user, so it's very easy to understand that this particular C person has the highest salary. And human brain remembers the visualizations rather than the numbers. So it's very hard for the human brain to remember these values. Instead, if you show an image, and this image will be stored in our brain in an easy way when compared to this text one. So Tableau is a French word which is derived from tableaux, which means pictures. And Tableau is having its own patent language, which is VisQL. So this is the main part of Tableau. So if you give data to this, so if you give data to VisQL, it will convert the data into visualization. So this plays a vital role in converting the data into visualization. So whatever visualizations that I have prepared, so in the backend, there is a patent query language which is running behind the screen. So that is called as VisQL. So VisQL is a combination of SQL and descriptive language for rendering graphics. So rendering graphics is basically creating these visualizations. Okay, so now let's talk about Tableau architecture. So in Tableau, we will be having data server and data connectors and different components. So let's show you, there are different components like application server, VSQL server, and data server. Okay, so data server will handle data from different databases. Application server will handle the visualizations. Okay, so whatever data that I have connected to now, so I have connected to one simple Excel file. So this simple Excel files, so whenever you publish it to the Tableau server, so this will be handled by the data server. So I'm able to connect to that particular Excel because of this particular data server. And I'm able to create these visualizations using this application server. And in between this VSQL server, so this is what is converting data into visualization. So you can see these three together. So application server, SQL server, and data server. So data server, basically, this data server will be providing data to application server through this SQL server. So data will be converted as a visualization, and visualizations will be maintained in application server. So for this, there will be connectors. So to connect to any data. So if you see, there are a list of data sources that you can connect to. So to handle all these data sources, so all these different types of databases, we need to be having connectors. So that connectors will be maintained here. So Tableau data engine will be taking care of this visualizations, and SQL connector and index connector will be taking care of to connect to all these databases. And in data server, you will be having the list of databases like data warehouse, data mart, and the files that you connect to. So in files, you will have Excel files, CSVs. So this is one type of data. So this Excel is a file. All this will be considered as file, or we can also call it as flat files. Flat files. So flat files are Excel, CSV. CSV is nothing but comma separated value. And if you take data from PDF, okay, so you can take data from different data files. So that is about this particular data server, data connector, and application server and SQL server is basically data server maintains data from different databases, and application server maintains the visualizations in Tableau. And SQL server is a key between these two. So whatever data that we provide, that will be converted into visualization by using SQL server. And for all this, we will be having a gateway. Okay, so if you want to see this particular data, so whatever data that I have prepared right now, so this data I have prepared, and if I want to show it to the users, if I want to send it, so I should be having a server. So I'll just show you Tableau public. So Tableau public is a free version. So in organizations, we will be having a separate Tableau servers. So I'll explain you about all those products. So these are all the dashboards that I have published. So if I want to share my work with anybody, so I'll just share this link. Okay, so if I want to share this work, I can just share this link and you all can access my dashboards. So in the same way, in organizations, you will be having this type of servers you can maintain. And if you send this particular link, or if you log into your account, you will be able to see what all dashboards you have access. So gateway is the one which takes care of all these permissions and all. So once I publish to the server, so gateway will help us to log in to the dashboard. So it is like a checker. So what it will do, it will check the whether you are the part of Tableau user or not. If you are a user, it will add you and it will show you the dashboards. If there is a restriction, then it will not show you. Let's say I have published 10 dashboards to the service. So in that 10 dashboards, if I have given only access to 5 dashboards to the user, then that particular user logs in, he will be able to see only 5 dashboards. So that condition where I can apply in the gateway. And it will also work as a load balancer. So when I say load balancer, it will balance the load. Let's say our server has a capacity to handle 100 units, or 100 units of the capacity is available for our server. And this 100 units of capacity will be distributed. Let's say if 10% logs in at the same time. So for each person, the capacity will be divided. So 10 by 100. So there are 10 people and we have the capacity of 100 units, which is 110. For each person, it will be 1/10 capacity. So that means for each person, you will get 10 units of capacity. Let's say 100% logs in. Each person will get 100 by 100. That means each person will get 1 unit. So it will distribute the traffic. It will distribute the traffic so that each and every person will get the same kind of capacity. So if it is slow, if the server is slow, it will be slow for everyone. If it is fast, it will be fast for everyone. So these are the categories. So it will take the authentication. So authentication is nothing but, so that will check your user ID, password. So whether you are the right person to log into that particular dashboard or not. So it will do the authentication. It will do that particular check and it will allow you to view the dashboard. And load balancing. So load balancing is basically, it will distribute the traffic so that it will be consistent across all the users. So routing. So routing is nothing but, so there will be two types of activities. So one is viewer and others is admin related. So admin related is publishing the dashboards and other activities, permissions, other editing activities. So these are the two types of activities which will be there. Viewer will only view the dashboard in the server like this. So if I share this, the link which I shared, so you can just view that particular link which I have shared. But as a developer, I should be able to edit this particular dashboards. Okay, in server, you should be able to edit it. So as an admin, I can give access to these particular dashboards. Let's say I have these many dashboards in my server. I should be able to provide only specific dashboards. So those are admin related works. Okay, so routing will happen based on that. So viewer related things will be routed to viewer and admin related activities will be routed to admin. And gateway is a high availability. So with this only we will be able to access it in desktop or mobile. So there is a mobile app also. So for Tableau, so there is a mobile app called Tableau Mobile. And we can also watch it in web. So this is a web link. So I'll just take a pause. So before I proceed to the next slides. So let me ask you a few questions. So before I proceed. Yeah, Srikant, can you tell me how we derived the word called Tableau? Am I audible? Yeah. Yeah, that is a French word. So it is derived from tableaux. So it's a French word, tableaux. The meaning of tableaux is what? So the meaning of tableaux is pictures. Okay, so Nazrin, can you tell me what is visual stands for? That's okay. So basically, VisQL is nothing but visual query language. So that is the main part in Tableau, which converts visual data to visualization. So this is a patent query language which Tableau has. Yeah, Roja, can you tell me what is gateway? What is the use of gateway? Yeah, Roja. Yeah, so that is one of the activity. So authentication, and it also helps us load balancing, which it will consistently distribute the traffic, and it also do the routing, SSL encryption, and high availability. Yeah, thank you. So Akhil, can you tell me what does this VisQL server does? Yeah, so it will convert data into visualizations. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so that's about Tableau architecture and Tableau introduction. So now let's proceed to the why do we use Tableau in our instead of using the different types of tools. So if you see, I have explained you about the different types of other tools we have. So we have Tableau, we have Microsoft Power BI, ClickSense, IBM Cognos. So if we are having all those reporting tools, and why we are using Tableau. So compared to other different reporting tools, so Tableau has powerful analytics. So Tableau gives you powerful analytics to ask deeper questions. So you can simply connect to any type of data and you can start building the visualizations in a simple way. So, and you can deep dive into the data. And if you see the simple data that I connected here, so I'm able to find out which is the highest value and which is the lowest value. And I can visualize that particular data in different ways. So it is very easy for us to deep dive into the data. So I will show you in upcoming sessions. So if you have more number of columns, if you have more number of rows, so how we can deep dive into the data. So by using Tableau, we can do powerful analytics and fast adaptation at scale. So when you make working with data easy, fun and impactful, Tableau makes it easy to get value from data. So as it's very simple to connect and it's very simple to create the visualization. So it is key, it is making data simple. So let's say even if it is millions of records, so we can create the visualizations in a simple way. So we can adapt to this particular Tableau in an easy way. And it fits your environment. So it fits your environment, meaning it can connect to any type of uh, environment. Let's say you can install this in Windows or in Linux machines or in Mac OS. So there are different types of installations which are available. So if you want to install in Windows, you have a different .exe file. And if you want to install in Linux or Mac OS, so you can install Tableau in any machines. And your specific data needs are unique. So, so if you see the list of data sources that you see here, so there are many data sources that you can connect to. But when you go to, so if you take this Microsoft Power BI, so Microsoft Power BI can connect to only Microsoft related tools. So Microsoft can connect to only like MS SQL. But if you see Tableau can connect to Microsoft SQL as well. So here we have an option to connect to Microsoft SQL. Yeah, here you can see that option. Okay, so you can give the server name and you can give the credentials. so that if you want to log into that particular server. So these are the multiple options. So if you compare with any other tools, so these many databases are not available in any other tools. So it will allow you to connect to any database and conduct live queries or extract queries, work with your data your way. Okay, so I will explain you live and extract in coming sessions. So it basically connects to any type of data. So mission critical platform. So there are situations where you are going to connect to millions of records. So when connecting to millions of records, so there are so these tools which we have, the other tools which we have, that might take more time compared to this Tableau. So it has Tableau data engine, and it also has hyper extension files, and it also has a concept called in memory, which stores the data in RAM, which stores data in RAM. Okay, based on that, it performs. So if we stores based on the RAM, your performance will increase. So the minimum requirement to install Tableau is to have 8 GB RAM. So it's good to have 8 GB RAM. So then only Tableau will work better. So all the data will be stored in the RAM. So it will compress the data, and that particular data will be stored in RAM. So that's how. So it can also handle mission critical platform. Let's say you have lots and lots of data and lots of visualizations that you have created. So with this basic simple 2 columns, I have created 4 visualizations: bubble chart, bar chart, tabular form, tree map. Okay, so when you have hundreds of columns and millions of records, then you will be creating some uh, 20s or 30s or hundreds of sheets you might be creating. So if you are creating those many worksheets, then it is very tough to handle. So Tableau can handle that type of situations also. So Tableau also gives the ability to integrate with systems you have already put into place. So in organizations, there will be a setup of databases. So they might be using different databases, like they might have SQL or Oracle or MongoDB or any type of database that they have. So it is very easy to integrate with that particular systems. And Tableau also has different products. So now let's discuss about Tableau products. Tableau desktop, Tableau public. Let's discuss about Tableau server, Tableau public, Tableau online, Tableau reader, Tableau prep. Okay, so Tableau desktop is a core platform for Tableau developers. So this is what is Tableau desktop. So whatever that visualization that I have prepared, so all this I have created in the Tableau desktop. So where you can develop visualizations. And this is not a freeware. So this is a licensed version. Okay, so does everyone has installed Tableau desktop in their PC? Srikanth, have you installed Tableau desktop? Okay, Nazrin, have you installed? Okay, Priyanka? Akil? Stormbreaker? Okay, so yeah, so ping me in WhatsApp. I will share you how to install, and I'll help you with the license and all. So this is basically a license version. So in organizations, they will be paying around $70 per month. $70. So the license costs $70 per month, and this has to be paid yearly on a yearly basis. So that means 70 into $12. Okay, so but I have provided you the keys by using student license. Okay, so if you have any student ID, so student ID meaning, so you have to be currently as a student. So if you have such an ID, so there is a website called Tableau Student License. So you can just click on this. So it will ask you for the details of that particular student. And you need to upload the ID card of that particular student. And you will be getting a key for 1 year. Okay, so Tableau will be giving you a 16 digits 16 digits key where you can activate your license. So this is the option that they have given for students to practice. So otherwise it is a licensed version where, so in organization they don't use this free version. Okay, so in organization they will not be using any free version. Why? Because in this free version the data will be, I mean the information that we are doing, that will be uh, going to the Tableau website, Tableau company. Okay, so organizations won't use these free versions. So organizations will be paying this much amount for each license. So let's say if you have 10 developers in your projects, so they will be paying 70 into 12 into 10. Okay, so they will be paying this much of amount only for the license. Okay, so that is about Tableau desktop and Tableau server. So Tableau server is also a licensed version. So for each user, they will be charging around $30. So like this, they will charge for each user. So if you want to see the visualization as well. So let's say these visualizations I'm sharing. So if you want to see the dashboards in your organization, so that will also be for per user, they will charge. Okay, so if you are having access to some dashboard, that means they are paying for each and every user. So in that you will be having access like viewer, explorer. So I will be explaining about all these options and publisher. So I will tell you what all these options in upcoming sessions. So this is also a licensed version. And coming to Tableau public. So, okay. So this is to share the work or share the visualizations across organization, across org. So Tableau public, it's a free version. Okay, so I have published all my dashboards in the Tableau public. So this is what is the website. So this is what is the website. So if I want to publish this particular dashboard, so I'll go here and click on this, say connect. So it will be asking for my credentials. So you also create the credential for yourself. Okay, so I will just show you this tomorrow. So there is some password issue. So usually we log into that particular server and we can publish our dashboards. So once you publish, so that will be visible to global, to the whole world it is visible. So anybody who has the link, so the link which I shared in the group, so that will be accessible across the world. Anybody can see all my dashboards. Okay, so here in Tableau public, we can't keep the restrictions. So Tableau public, we can't keep any restrictions. As it's a freeware, we can't keep any restrictions. But in licensed version, folder to folder, dashboard to dashboard, we can keep restrictions. So I will show you how these restrictions can be kept. And Tableau server, there are two ways which can be in cloud and on premises. So I'll explain you what cloud and what is on premises. So in organization, everybody will have their own computers. So like this, everybody will have their own computers. And they will be having their own RAMs or CPU. So their own CPUs will be there. So apart from these CPUs, in organizations, there will be servers that will be maintained. So these are, let's say these are the servers. All these are servers. So all these are servers and combined together. So this will be like one particular server. And all our Tableau server, SQL server, data, all this will be stored in this particular server. And we will be accessing this particular server by using some internal networking, through online, we can connect to this service. So there will be a connection to all the computers. So if you go into any organization, so there will be a shared computer that you can access through all the computers. Okay, so these computers may be physically existing in your location, in your office. So that is called as on-premises servers. So those are called as on-premises servers. And there are some, so in current scenario, there are some organizations which are using, instead of maintaining this type of physical servers. So if you are maintaining physical servers, you need to be take care of those electricity. You need to be taking care of those issues what server is getting. You need to maintain the data properly. All those things organization need to maintain. So if you have a physical server, organization needs to maintain that server as these are physically existed. So in the new trend, so there is an option called cloud server. Okay, so you don't see any physical servers in your location. So this is cloud. So this also you can connect through online, and here also you can install the same things which you have installed in the physical server. You can install Tableau server. You can store the data. You can also install SQL server. All these things you can also do in cloud. Okay, but this is not on premises. So this is somewhere it is stored. So, but you can connect to this particular data. The same thing which you are doing for the on premises, you can do using cloud as well. So this is also, you can connect to multiple computers. So you can access this cloud server from multiple computers as well. So not only three. So in our organization, you might be having some hundreds of computers or thousands of computers. So you can access that cloud. So in cloud, can anyone tell me what are the examples of cloud servers? If yeah, AWS is one of them. So which is Amazon Web Services. Any other cloud servers? Azure. Yeah, Azure is the Microsoft one. So which is maintained by Microsoft. So these are the cloud servers. So Snowflake. Okay. I don't think Snowflake is a cloud server. I don't. Okay. So these are the basic. So this will be maintained by Microsoft and this will be maintained by Amazon. So earlier in on-premises server, so this will be maintained by our organization. So we should maintain this particular server. If there is any issue, we need to be taking care of that. But here by using AWS or Azure, we will be buying the data or buying the space. Let's say if you want some 50 GB of space that you want to buy. So if you go to Gmail or any other accounts as well, so you will be, so it started charging for the space. So it started charging, let's say if you want to store some images. So apart from 1 GB, if you want to store, now it started charging you. In the same way, you can access the data. So they will provide you the space. In that space, you can install Tableau server, you can install SQL server. Yeah, or if you want to keep any files, so you can store it in Amazon Web Services instead of storing it in the on-premises. So they will be taking care of that particular data. So handling the data is their headache, Azure and Amazon's headache. So that is about cloud server. Yeah, so we were discussing about Tableau server. So Tableau server can be installed in cloud or can be installed in on-premises. So these are the two options which are available. Yeah, so that's about Tableau server. And Tableau public is a free version. So we will not maintain or we will not do anything. We'll just publish whatever dashboard that we have. So if you are preparing for, so any dashboards that for practice, you just publish, you can publish in the Tableau public. But you should not publish any organization data in Tableau public. So that's a violation. You might lose your job. If you publish anything that is related to your organization into Tableau public, so that will be a violation. You might lose your job if you publish anything to Tableau public. Why? Because whatever you publish in Tableau public will be visible to the entire world. So you should not publish anything related to your organization to Tableau public. So that's about Tableau public. And Tableau online is a hosted version of Tableau server. Okay, so here you don't need to install any Tableaus. So this is also a platform. where you can share the visualizations. So all these three, so Tableau server, Tableau public, Tableau online, all these three are to share the visualization. This is a freeware and these two are licensed versions. So you need to pay for this. Okay, so for Tableau server, you have to install this Tableau server in cloud server or in on-premises servers, you have to install. But Tableau online, you don't need to install anything. No need to install anything. So it is a space that will be provided by Tableau company itself. So they will give you some space. Let's say you want to install or you want to publish some 1 GB of dashboards. Let's say in 1 GB you have some 10 dashboards. So 10 dashboards you can publish. Or you want some 50 GB of data. Okay, so in 50 GB you can publish 100 dashboards. So like that you can buy some space. So what Azure and this AWS doing, it will be directly done by Tableau itself. So that's how Tableau Tableau online can be used. So you can directly use so you don't need to maintain any on-premises server, or you don't need to maintain any, don't need to buy any cloud servers or anything. You can just directly publish in Tableau online. Tableau Reader. This is also a freeware. So let's say if I am sharing any dashboard. So if you want to see that dashboard, you don't need to have desktop. So as you know, desktop is a licensed version. Either you need to have a student license or you need to have a $70 licensed version. Either of them, if you have, then only you can access. Otherwise, Tableau is providing only 14 days of trial version. Okay, once you install, so they will start 14 days. After 14 days, you will not be able to open Tableau desktop. So you might have faced that. So if you install, it will directly show you your trial has started for 14 days. So after 14 days, if you try to open Tableau desktop, it will not be open. But Tableau Reader, you don't have such problems. So it is just to read. So it is like a PDF reader. So in PDF reader, you can't edit anything, right? So similarly in Tableau Reader as well. So the dashboard that I prepared, if I want to edit or if I want to remove anything, I should be able to do that. So in desktop, I can do anything. I can do any developer activities. But Tableau Reader is just to view the dashboard. So you can't do anything. You can't edit the files. So if you open a PDF reader, you can't edit the file. So it is similar to what PDF reader looks like. And Tableau Prep is a new product Tableau has launched, where it will do the ETL processes. So ETL is nothing but extract, transform, and load the data. So it will extract the data. So extracting the data meaning, like we have connected to this particular Excel file. So I have extracted the data to Tableau. So that is one type of extraction. And transforming. So transforming the data meaning, so let's say you have some different names. So let's say employee name is Sagar Tuma. So I want to split it. So I want to split Sagar and Tuma as a different names. So I'll just save this. So if I go to Tableau and take the name here and refresh this Excel. So I got this name, but I want to split the name. So what I will do is I want Sagar separately and Tuma separately. So go to transform and click on split. Okay, so now you can see only Sagar. And if you want the next part, let's say second part, you can mention two. Tuma you can see. So likewise, these are some of the transformations that we can do. So in upcoming sessions, I'm going to show you what are other transformations that we can do and load the data. So once we do this type of transformation, we need to load the data to Excel or Hyperfile or any database, to any database. Okay, so these are the operations that can be done in Tableau Prep. Or these are the same operations that we can do in SQL or Oracle. Yeah, so that's about Tableau products. So these are the main Tableau products in which we will be. So these sessions are completely about Tableau desktop, where we will be creating the visualizations, and these are the tools which we use to share the visualization to across organization or Tableau public to an entire world. We can share this visualizations. Yeah, so that's about Tableau products. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss about in-memory and these fundamental topics. So any questions today regarding today's session? So let me ask you a few questions. Yeah. Yeah, Srikant, can you tell me what is Tableau desktop? Is it a free version or is it a licensed version? What it is? So tell me a few points about that. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Nazrin, can you tell me what is the difference between Tableau server and Tableau public? Okay, Akhil, can you tell me the difference between what is Tableau public and Tableau server? Yeah, Nazrin, continue. Yeah, Akhil, continue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Tableau public is a free version and Tableau server is a licensed version. And whatever you publish in Tableau public will be visible to the entire world. And whatever you publish in Tableau server, you can restrict to the users in our organizations. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So Nazrin, can you tell me about Tableau Reader? Mhm. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so Akhil, can you tell, sorry, Stormbreaker, can you tell me what is Tableau Online? Yeah, okay. So it's based Tableau Online and Tableau Server are organization related. You can publish your organization data in Tableau Online and Tableau Server, but you should not publish in Tableau Public. Tableau Public, you should not publish anything related to your organization in Tableau Public. That's a violation. In Tableau Server and Tableau Online, So those are restricted versions only. So you can publish your organization related data in Tableau server and Tableau online. Yeah. So that's about today's session. So we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining. So do you have any questions or anything? Okay then. Thank you all.